Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Washburn University. It's super exciting to see at least half of your faces, to see your beautiful eyes. I'm Danielle Dempsey-Swopes, and you all know that I'm the Director of University Diversity and Inclusion here at Washburn University, and I am so excited to be the first person to welcome you to our multicultural intersectional learning space. This learning space was created as a part of Washburn University's commitment to its core value of inclusion and our effort to assure that all students feel welcome, they feel included, and they know that they belong at Washburn University. While all students are welcome in this space, the space will provide a place especially for our multicultural leaders and the leaders of multicultural student organizations to plan programs, to discuss social justice issues of our day, and to store all of the items that are related to their work. This will be an important space for all students, every Washburn University student, to collaborate with one another, and most importantly, a space for students to have open and honest discussion about our intersectional identities and the joys and challenges of our varied experiences. On behalf of Washburn University, I want to especially thank the students, the Washburn students, who advocated for this space. They advocated year after year, and they continually expressed to the university administration that they believed that this kind of space was needed. We owe a special thank you to the members of the Black Student Union for leading the way. We also owe a special thank you to the Washburn University Student Government Association, the Hispanic American Leadership Organization, otherwise known as HALO, as well as the Washburn University chapter of Queers and Allies. They were all instrumental in speaking up and speaking out and reminding us that this kind of space benefits all students and provides an additional opportunity for all students to learn from one another outside of the classroom. I want to especially thank Dr. Jerry Farley and Dr. Eric Grosbeck, Dr. Julianne Mazak for engaging the whole university community in a broader discussion about the needs of our diverse student populations. We also owe a huge thank you to Tamara Hampton. She's the lady in facilities who organized the space for us. She ordered furniture, she moved furniture. We owe a thank you to the facility staff who painted, they put in carpet, they did a lot of work. They took really great care in making sure to create a beautiful space for our Washburn students. I also want to thank a few alumni and faculty of Washburn, Dr. Bill and Emily Ganstrom, Dr. Grace Sawyer-Jones, and Mrs. Fannie L. Brown. There are many, many others. There are too many to name, but they've given generous donations towards the multicultural student scholarships and diversity programs that'll take place here. Next, I'm going to introduce my colleague, Mr. Isaiah Collier. He is our brand new Director of Student Involvement and Development. He's been here at Washburn just a very short time, but we're already feeling the great impact of his presence. He's made a huge impact on campus already. He will tell you more about the name of the space, and he will introduce our student staff. Thank you very, very much for tuning in today.
Yeah, I still have to get used to this, so it might take some time. Thank you, Danielle. So many people have asked where the name of the space derived from. The term intersectionality was first introduced by a brilliant theorist by the name of Kimberly Crenshaw, Dr. Kimberly Crenshaw, I should say. Intersectionality is a framework to better understand how aspects of a person's social and political identities, such as gender, sex, race, sexual orientation, physical appearance, disability, and religion, combine to create modes of discrimination and advantage. In other words, there are multiple sources of oppression that one can identify with. A quote from Dr. Kimberly Crenshaw states, "The better we understand how identities and power work together from one context to another, the less likely our movement for change are to fracture." So from this theory, the multicultural intersectional learning space was named. At this time, I would like to take the opportunity to bring up and introduce our student staff that will be working in our great area. We have Ashlyn Norwood, Sanya Yogi, Analisa Chavismanios, Nay Vassie, which she couldn't join us today, and Diana Calderon. I want to especially say thank you all for joining our team. Thank you. Thank you. Next, I would like to take the time to bring up Dr. Julianne Mazak, Vice President of Academic Affairs.
Thank you, Isaiah. I am honored to be here today and be included in the celebration of the opening of this new and important space on our Washburn University campus, a space where it is our hope and dream that students will feel welcomed, will feel like they belong, and where students feel comfortable being themselves without judgment. At Washburn, nearly 40% of our students identify themselves as being from underrepresented groups and ethnicities. This number has grown substantially over the last 5 years. We believe this diversity in our student body is critical as we prepare ourselves, our students, and our entire campus community to address the important race and social justice issues in our society and culture today. We must ensure our campuses provide the opportunity for students to engage in meaningful and personal ways with a broad set of worldviews, to learn from their peers with different perspectives that were shaped by their own personal experiences, and to consider how these different perspectives might inform, might shape, or change minds for the future. Making sure this can happen is why we are here today. About 18 months ago, we gathered together, students and administrators, to listen to each other. We listened to you, and we heard you. You told us how important it was to create an inclusive space where our underrepresented students could come together in a unique, designated, safe space on our campus. You told us that this new space was one of your top priorities. Indeed, it is an imperative first step to students feeling welcomed, and even more importantly, to students staying in school and persisting through to graduation, crossing that finish line. We also understand this is the beginning and that there is much yet to do. To continue to make progress and move forward, we know there must be an ongoing dialogue, there must be courageous conversations, new ways of thinking and engagement that we will and we must do together in the future. Finally, I want to thank the students. I think each of us are going to thank you. I want to thank the students for putting your voices forward to make a difference for the students of today and for the students of the future. Washburn is excited to open this new inclusive intersectional space today. It is our hope and dream that this space is truly a place where we can create opportunities for you to connect, a place to honor each other and our differences, to share stories, history, laughter, tears, knowledge, and plans, to be open and honest and respectful, and where we have a genuine hope for and commitment to creating a better tomorrow. It is now my honor to introduce our Vice President for Student Life, Dr. Eric Grosbich. He, along with Danielle Dempsey-Swopes, led the effort to ensure this space became a reality for you and for Washburn. Their unrelenting commitment, even through the pandemic, has made it possible for us to open this space today. Please help me welcome Dr. Grosbich.
Thank you, Dr. Mazak. Folks, I've had the pleasure of being at Washburn since the summer of 2016, and it's the leadership of Julie and Dr. Farley that really have led us to this place. I appreciate the support you've given both to these very important topics. Today, however, is about you, the students. March 18th was the exact date that we had a very heartfelt conversation, and I really appreciated where you all came from and how we got started. So it was those voices, as we've talked about here along, that have brought us to here today, and thank you for doing that. I also want to thank our campus facility staff. Danielle mentioned them. They did a lot of work. Becky, Janelle, and your team for making adjustments here in the union to make this space a reality. I know that giving up space on our campus is always a difficult conversation, but thank you for making the priority for our students. Danielle and Isaiah, a special thank you to both of you. Isaiah jumped in January and has really helped us develop this space to be where it goes, and will provide the leadership to you students and your voices as we move forward. And finally, I really want to thank WSGA, Victoria and your team, Black Student Union, HALO, and Queer and Allies, for your leadership and perspective on these issues. This is just a step. It is not the end game. And so I want to thank you all for your leadership and look forward to that work going forward. So with that, Danielle.
We have just a few students here this afternoon, and we wanted to be sure to give them the opportunity to talk and speak to you on this very important day. So the first student, Miss Victoria Smith, our president of Washburn University Student Government Association.
Oh, it's caught in my hair. All right, it's staying. So hello, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I am Victoria Smith, and I am the president of the Washburn Student Government Association, your student body president, and I'm the vice president of the Gamma Phi Omega International Sorority Incorporated. So I want to start by saying this is a great thing for our campus. Washburn heard our demands, heard the demands of all of its students, and Dr. Mazak said it's a great first step. It's high past time for our minority students to have a space that they can feel safe in. WSGA is extremely happy, courageous to support in any ways we can, to stand with and welcome all cultures that are present on our campus. If a student feels unwelcome, if a student feels that they have been targeted, this is a safe space for them, for all of you, and for all of the faculty. There will be many things that we can do to support with bias response incident reporting for students who feel like there are problems on our campus. This is a place where you can say your fears and your concerns, and we will listen to you. Use this space to come together, support each other, and learn from one another. I want to thank the administration and the faculty, but mostly I want to thank the students for being so courageous and being able to speak up when they felt like something was wrong. Thank you all for your time.
Thank you, Victoria. Miss Analisa Chavismanios, and she is the president of our Student Hispanic Leadership Organization.
Okay. So hello everyone, I'm Analisa Chavismanios, and I'm a junior here at Washburn. I'm a member of two multicultural student organizations, the Washburn University Associate Chapter of Sigma Lambda Gamma National Sorority Incorporated, and the Hispanic American Leadership Organization, also known as HALO. I'm also one of the new student coordinators here in the Multicultural Intersectional learning space. This learning space means so much to me because I've gotten to see the hard work of my peers pay off. This is truly a product of student activism and determination. When I first got to campus as a freshman, there was practically nothing here for students, for multicultural students. Coming to Washburn, being away from all my old friends I grew up with, was a big culture shock. There were organizations like HALO around that focused on creating a safe space for multicultural students, but it was nowhere near supported like it is now. One thing you must know about multicultural students is that if we don't see a space for us in any environment, we create it. We will make room for ourselves where we have otherwise felt uninvited and unwanted. We will have the difficult conversations, and we will take action. We take the initiative when needed. And we saw this through the Who Can Do Better movement, which set everything in motion and led to the creation of this space. It has been so fascinating to see and be a part of history being made on campus, here in my own hometown. The cultural climate has evolved so much since freshman year, especially in the Greek community. Numerous multicultural Greek letter organizations have expanded here, one of which I'm a proud member and founder of. And we have been some of the biggest advocates for change on campus ever since. This learning space is the first step in the right direction for Washburn, and I truly believe there is only going up from here. The creation of this learning space gives me hope for what there is to come in support of multicultural students in the future. This is not the end of the movement on campus, and we will continue to use our voices and make space for ourselves, because we have a presence on campus, and we have no intention of stepping down. Thank you.
Dr. Jerry Farley, President of Washburn University.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Okay, now this is supposed to be easy. Aha. Have you seen one of these little clips before? Boy, this is about the handiest thing I've found out of this whole pandemic. But we welcome you here today, and you've heard that from everyone. We're extremely happy to be able to celebrate with you today. This is something that didn't occur overnight, something that took a lot of effort, a lot of commitment from people over a long period of time. And it really is based upon hope. Hope. Hope that something will occur that is more positive than what we have today. Something that will lead each one of us to an end goal that we have worked for. Hope that things would be better today than they were before today. Hope that the future will be even better than today. Now that's not easy to achieve. It's not easy to bring about. We want you to convert that hope into success. Success for what you do, success for what the university does. The university is made up of a lot of buildings. That's when we're in here. You know, there were students in here when it was first built long time ago. But you're here now. This is yours. You have the opportunity to do something that others have not done. And we want to make sure that you can do that you're prepared to do that you're prepared to have the success that brings that hope into being here every single day on campus. You can do a lot of things. You have opportunity to do a lot of things. But you have to not only start them, and this is just a start, but you have to sustain what we have started. You have seen, I know I have seen, many great ideas, many things that we were proud to do, things that changed our environment at that moment. But then maybe we didn't have the commitment to sustain it, to make it go to the next step, for it to be here years in the future. We hope that you will come back. Victoria, where did you go? I cautioned you to take your mask off when you got up here, because the photographs of this and the things that we will do here today will be here for a long time. And I want them to be able to recognize you, Victoria. But that sustainability, that being willing to make it happen and keep happening, is really the way success is created. It's the way we do best in everything that we do, if we can sustain what we have started. Finally, this is a socialization. You've heard that so much, or at least I've heard that so much, since the pandemic has been around us, that we yearn as college students, as faculty members, as administrators, we yearn to be with other people. Now, I've got a lot of colleagues in the room that seem to love Zoom. It has worked. I was behind you, Julie. It is a great thing to have, the technology to have, so that we can keep doing the things that we want to keep doing. Okay? We want to make sure, though, that we socialize. And you hear it all the time. We want the kindergartners to come to school with a faculty member, with a teacher standing up in front of them. We want you to have a teacher standing up in front of you if that's what you wish to do. We've got a lot of options for you. But we keep hearing that it is that socialization. It is that relating to individuals in this room and across campus that will ensure we endure, that we will be sustainable in what we want to do. So I challenge each one of you this afternoon, think about how you can be that sustaining, bring about that sustaining belief, bring about that hope to a realization that we have done something and will continue to do something good, something positive. Congratulations on this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful space. This space when I first came was practically nothing, as a matter of fact. Janelle, no problem, no problem. But it's beautiful. And that will make a difference as well to other people that you would bring here and that you will show this around to them. So make it be something that you're proud of. Make it be something that is worthwhile, something that will change what we have been doing. Do something that matters. And you start today. Let's come back, though, tomorrow. Thank you.
Dr. Farley, stay right there. So you're going to join us here to cut the ribbon. So we're going to have Dr. Farley and we have our students, Victoria, Analisa, Trevon. Actually, can you take off your backpack, put your camera down, and we're going to have you join us.
I don't know how to use the camera, but I can take it.
He represents Washburn Athletics and BSU as well. Let's see, who else can we get? We need another couple of students over here. And then Sonia, can you get there on the other side there? And then Dr. Grospich and Dr. Mazak. Okay, you guys want to put your hands on, help Dr. Farley out there with those.
Don't get your hands any further.
So we pop the mask for a second or no?
I'm told.
Long enough to take the picture.
Hold on a second.
If people are more comfortable with them on, Dr. Farley.
Some of the students are on.
Yep,
Isaiah,
come on.
Melissa, you really should be here.
Oh, no. No, that's enough people.
Go back to, somebody hold the scissors.
Great.
Patrick kept reminding me to reel.
Okay, tell me when we're ready. Ready. Okay, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and on 3, we're gonna cut through. Okay, I'm gonna open it. And I'm gonna get like that. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good job.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Sure. We're going to open the doors now. You guys are welcome to take a look. Due to COVID, though, we need to have about 8 or 9 at a time. But welcome to our multicultural intersectional learning space. Thank you.